Hello, how are you? Welcome to my channel. My name is Ruth and today I am going to be doing my empties for, what month are we in, lads? The month, yeah, October empties. So yeah, let's get cracking. First things first, I have my last shaving cream. I won't be purchasing shaving creams anymore because I find conditioner just does just as good a job. I've went back and forth over the years and I've just decided no more shaving cream. This is one from Nivea Men Originals Moisturising Shaving Gel. It was fine, you know, it did the trick, but I have plenty of conditioners in my stash that will do the trick. Next up is another pack of these Nature's Plus Calm Assured Magnesium Nighttime. If you saw last month's empties, you will know that I have been loving these. I've been finding them great for my restless leg syndrome that I have at night and to help me sleep a little bit better. So I'm looking across the way. This neighbour, I don't know why you would just seem to, his fag break and my video, cigarette break, sorry, seemed to be the exact same time for some reason, and I'm like, why? And you can see him looking over going, what is she doing, like? Anyway, next up is, I'm delighted with this one. This is my Bondi Sands Everyday Gradual Tanning Milk, and I've had to cut it open just to get every last bit out of it because it's my favourite tan. It gradual tanner, and that's my preferred method of tanning. I think I've really come to discover that. I'm not really down for the faff of, you know, tan that you put on overnight and wash off the next day, etc. I prefer it like this in a moisturizer, just to build up over time, never gets too intense. For me, this one in particular never gets streaky, always looks fairly natural looking. But yeah, that's my last one now from the summer. So I probably won't repurchase, being realistic, until springtime again. But I love it. It's my favourite. I will definitely repurchase. I do love the Bondi Sands range in general, but I prefer the Saint-Tropez for my face. Next is a shampoo. It is from Garnier. Since they were officially back being cruelty free, I've kind of picked up a few bits and bobs. This is the Repairing Hair Food Papaya and Coconut Shampoo. And it smells delicious. Absolutely delicious. Gorgeous. Very much my kind of scent. I love these kind of fresh, summery kind of scents. They're what I really enjoy. This is for damaged hair. I don't know that it did much for my hair, especially since I've got the more highlights and stuff in. I feel like I need something a bit more intense and a bit just better in general. But you know what? It was fine for, like, I change up my shampoo during the week. I'll have a purple kind of toning shampoo. I have a really deep kind of more expensive kind of one, and then I'd have something like that for days that I might have my hair full of dry shampoo or something, and that would be my first kind of cleanse, and then I'd go in with my better shampoos after, if that makes sense. Next up is the Aussie Deep Treatment 3-Minute Miracle Moisture, and I actually use this as well as a shaving cream for my legs. So that Nivea one literally ran out at the start of the month, and then I rocked into this and off we went. Plus as well, I keep one in the bath and one in the shower, so depending on where I'm shaving my legs, one will get used. Skincare. So first up is the Liqueura Overnight H2 Overnight Face Sleeping Mask. I didn't love this. I found it to be a tad scented, more scented than I would like in my skincare. It was kind of a gel-like moisturizer. It just wasn't a favourite. I much preferred the Inculus Peptide Moisturiser, and I managed to get my hands on one again, so I've gone back to that. I ended up using this more kind of on my upper body, if you know what I mean, so I put some on my face, but I'd make sure to use it everywhere else as well to kind of go through it a bit faster, because I just didn't love it. It's actually full again with a moisturiser, body moisturiser that is so incredibly thick. I don't even want it. It's like a body butter, even thicker than a body butter, but it was in a regular tall, like this kind of tube, and you were supposed to squeeze it out. You couldn't squeeze this stupid thing out. It's ridiculous. So I had to cut that open and put it into little tubs. But it is empty. It's just it's got a different product in it now. I like to repurpose my packaging when I like it. Next up is the Ren Clean Skincare Ready Steady Glow. That Liqueura one, sorry, That is from Aldi, just so you know. Ren Clean Skincare Ready Steady Glow Daily AHA Tonic. This is it here. This was fine. I can't say that I noticed such a difference that it's worth the hike in price tag compared to one from the Inky List or the Ordinary, etc. I just don't feel like it was immensely different or worth the extra money, in my opinion, and what my skin enjoys. It was fine, you know what I mean? I was delighted that I got to use it because I'd always been curious about Ren. I think Caroline Harn speaks highly of them, maybe. I think that's where I saw it. But yeah, it was fine. It was grand. I don't know what else. I wouldn't repurchase it unless it was on an incredible sale and it was the same price as my others. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Have you tried Ren? Have you tried those glycolics? What do you think? Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't blown away by it. The Inky List Vitamin C Serum. Again, another one I wasn't a particular fan of. What I would do with this is, I'll show you this while we're at it. The Me Plus range from Superdrug. Moisture Hyaluronic Booster. 2% Hyaluronic Solution. This guy here. So what I would do in the morning is I'd take a dropper full of this and a squirt of this, mix it together and then apply it. That way this didn't sting and it didn't pill. So that's how I ended up using it up. On its own, it stung my skin and it pilled. I think the next one I'm going to try is the one from Revolution. They do one and they have a few different options in it, so I'm going to have a look at them. But now I have a few on my stash already from other companies that I need to use first, but after Christmas, when I feel like I'm allowed to shop again, I'll have a look at the Revolution one. But look, it's used up. I'm happy I found a way to use it. That's the main thing. This was lovely. This is from, like I said, Superdrug. Hydrates and plumps skin, softens and smooths. So it's just your very basic hyaluronic acid, like there's nothing else in it. But I'm happy with that because I like to kind of cocktail, like I did with the vitamin C. I like to mix and match my skincare together and find ways to, you know, get things working together. And it left my skin very hydrated, really nice. And I put a moisturizer over it, my makeup over it, everything went on beautifully. So, and I mean, this is quite affordable. I can't remember exactly, but because it's the Superdrug range, I can't imagine it's more than €10 because I don't think I would have picked it up otherwise. And they always, especially with their own brands, they're always having offers in Superdrug. So I definitely, if I see it on offer, I'd certainly pick that up again. Very nice, easy to use hyaluronic acid that I can mix and match with other stuff. Perfect. This is a little sample that Courtney sent me. It's the Vichy Mineral 89 Serum. I adore this. I have always adored this. I miss it from my skincare routine. And using it again reminded me how much I miss it. My problem is Vichy is one of those companies who claim to be cruelty free but sell in China. I won't lie, there is a chance when I go to France next year, all going well, because when you go into the pharmacies in France, like you can pick up this in a massive size, massive, for the same price that you pick up a regular size here or wherever else. So there's a chance I might purchase one. I don't know. It's something I need to have a frank and honest discussion with myself about. I feel like if I can buy cruelty free between now and then, that I don't know what I'm trying to say. I feel like I've made it's like, you know, people who go vegetarian twice a week to help with the whole global situation. I don't know. I'm making excuses for myself to be able to buy that, basically. That's what I'm at here, people. Maybe I'll be eternally lucky and Vichy will pull out of China. What's the chance of that happening though? Slim and none, I'd say. Because let's be honest, it's one of the biggest markets in the world. So, Garnier Skin Active Express 2-in-1 Eye Makeup Remover. Adore it. Love it. Delighted that it's cruelty free again. Because this to me beats any others that I have tried. It beats, like I tried the Lancome Duo Phase one, that's, you know, one of those iconic ones. Did nothing for me. I wouldn't get my waterproof mascara and eyeliner off. Didn't budge. This just, especially if I've done a glittery eye or something like that, really heavy kind of makeup look, I just soak a pad in this, hold it over my eye for 30 seconds or so, and then just off she goes. I love it. It's beautiful. It's fantastic. I adore it. I will be repurchasing this. Not at the moment because I don't need to, but I want to. If I see it in offer, I'll probably pick it up. And last in the skincare is my, oh, I love this, Advanced Snail 96 Mukin Power Essence from Cosrx. I adore this. It is amazing. I adore it. I love it. I miss it. I have loads of serums to use up before I'm allowed to repurchase it, but I will be repurchasing it because I love it. My skin drinks it up. It took me, I would say this took me 9-10 months to use up. You only need the smallest bit and it just spreads so easily and my skin just goes, oh lovely Ruth, thank you so much, I needed that, thank you. I'd say skin, you're welcome. I'm delighted that I could help you out. Just love it, guys. If you haven't tried it and you can get past the snail thing, because I'll tell you, it took me a long time. I feel like they might need to change the name a little bit for the Western world to be able to, you know, make it a bit more palatable. But it just is gorgeous. Love it. 2 lip balms. Thrilled to be rid of this one. Really hated it. This is the Human and Kind lip balm in raspberry. It was too stiff, too hard, too waxy, too just everything. And luckily I used it up in the summer months where it was a little bit more malleable. Is that the word I'm after? Not quite sure. It just made it easier to use basically. In the winter time, forget about it. You'd pull the lips off yourself. So I'm thrilled that's gone. Would not repurchase, decluttered the other 2 I had in my collection. Burt's Bees. This is the pink grapefruit, which is a lovely smell, moisturising lip balm. I liked this, but I did really feel like it was on the turn by the end. I can still smell this pink grapefruit a little bit, but it's fainter and there's something else coming in underneath it, if that makes sense. So I have moved on to another one. I have 2 more of these style, you know, Burt's Bees lip balms. I need to power through them because I have them now. What's their... I don't see any time, kind of, do you know, the little thing to say how long they last, but definitely I suppose it's a natural product. So I should have really realised. See, this is it. I go into a shop. I see, oh, I like this. It's a pink grapefruit one. Lovely. Oh, it smells lovely. Let's buy 4 other ones in different scents and stuff. Why? Why can I not just buy one, use it, go back and buy another one? Someone explain it to me. Like, what is wrong with me? Help. Next up, we're into the makeup realm. Woohoo! I have used up the Becca First Light Priming Filter. I've cut her in half, as you can see. She's completely empty. I used her up as a moisturiser. So I'd put all that other stuff on, the serum and the vitamin C and all that, and then I'd finish off with this. Obviously, with liberal misting in between because I love a mist. But yeah, I used it up as a moisturiser. It was fine. I know I can't get it anymore. Scent was pretty, do you know what I mean? It was a nice little citrusy, kind of mild scent, very pretty, very nice. And didn't really work for me as a primer. So I wouldn't repurchase it, even if I could, which is handy, because I can't. Next up is the PS Liquid Glow Illuminating Drops Instant Radiance in the colour Champagne. So PS is the Primark range. So here it is here. You know what? They were fine. I couldn't use them really as a face highlighter. I found them to be a bit too garish on my skin. Something my mother would say. It just wasn't for me. For what I like as a highlighter on my skin, it was a bit too, it was like the Cover FX, what were they called, illuminating drops, whatever, a very intense, nearly metallic highlighter. That's what I'm after. So how I ended up using this up was popping it in with a body moisturiser and using it that way. Perfect. Lovely. You know, I wouldn't buy it specifically for that use, but it used it up and I'm happy. Instead of being decluttered, I have used a product. That has been the best thing about project panning this year, and following everyone that you know, gives out these fantastic hints and tips. Learning how to use up products that you wouldn't normally use up. Fantastic, I love it. Next up is a highlighter, a liquid highlighter. This is a Max Factor Miracle Sculpting Wand Highlight in Universal. This was horrendous packaging. If you can see, I took off the fucking stupid sponge that was on top. Poor packaging, expensive price for the amount that you got, and they're not cruelty free. Other than that, I loved it. The actual product itself was beautiful. It was a gorgeous, healthy looking glow on the skin, and it was actually beautiful on the skin. But just, you didn't get enough product. It was crap packaging, and they're not cruelty free, so won't be purchasing that particular one. Next up, I have a lip liner. This is from Marc Jacobs. Can't remember what shade it was actually. It was a lovely shade though. Completely gone. I dug it out. There's a bit left in there. Got every last bit. And this was beautiful. Lovely shade. I'd love to something fell out there. I'd love to get something like that, because it is a beautiful shade. Does it actually say on here? Not at your eyesight, Ruth, it doesn't. Oh wait, it does. Sugar High. Huh. There you go. Sugar High, guys. But yeah, that was a beautiful shade, a gorgeous nude shade. That just seemed to go with so many products or lipsticks. Next up is a lipstick from L'Oreal. It is from the Color Riche Shine range, and it is in 247 Shot of Sun. That was the shade there. I did really enjoy these lipsticks, apart from this one. I didn't like this one. I've got out as much as I can. I kind of dug in, but not all the way. I didn't love it enough to want to dig in. But yeah, it's all gone. I ended up using it up as a cream blush. The reason being is that it was too streaky and not opaque enough on my lips. So I don't mind if something isn't opaque as long as it looks smooth on the lips, but this left gaps of colour, if that makes sense. I don't know, it's very hard to describe. Didn't do it on the cheeks, but probably because I used a brush to really kind of buff it in and that. And I had used up one of these shades already earlier in the year, which was a shade I adored. It was a beautiful shade, and I have one more to use up, which is a nice one. It's kind of a brownie nude, and I like that one as well, but they're not cruelty free, so I can't repurchase, which is a pity because I do enjoy them. Having said that, I have recently discovered the e.l.f. what do you call it, buddy? Come over here to me. The e.l.f. sheer stick. That's lovely if you want a tinted kind of moisturising lip colour. That's actually really beautiful. Look at my eyes. I like my eyes today. They turned out nice. So yeah, lipstick, lovely, but they're not cruelty free. That shade wasn't the best. And last but by no means least, we have Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Lashes Volume 2. Another one of hers that I just feel like isn't worth the price tag. It seems to be a continuous vibe with her. It's just too expensive for what it is, guys. I mean, I can go into Essence, I can go into Catrice, and I can get a mascara just as good, if not better. Let's be frank and honest and open about it. You know, I fell for the hype. I fell for everyone saying it was the greatest thing since sliced pan, and it's just not. Well, not for me, for my teachy little eyelashes. I barely have any, so I need something to really make them look better, and it just didn't do it for me, guys. I'm sorry, it just didn't. I had the black vinyl. The only product so far from her that I have felt was worth the price tag is the Hollywood Flawless Filter. I haven't enjoyed anything else from her, guys. I'm so sorry. I know there are so many people out there that are absolute live and die for her, and I appreciate that. I understand, and I'm thrilled that you have found a brand and a product range that suit you down to the ground. I wish they did for me, but they don't, and I think I'm done spending my money on her stuff. Just my feelings on the matter. That is it. I'm really happy. Now, I think this is a little bit smaller than other months, but I think that's because as the years went on, like anything that was half used or I've been really focusing in on it and really, you know, getting it out of the collection. So everything now is kind of like being used from full. So things are slowing down a little bit, if that makes sense. What am I at? I'm at 145 empties for the year so far. I'm thrilled with that, and I don't count samples in that. But yeah, 145. I'm just really, really happy with that. I'd love if I could get to 200 by the end of the year, but I don't know now. I've only 2 months left. And I just can't see it happening. But look at it, it's not going to stop me. I'm going to keep powering through and hope for the best. But yeah, maybe it'll be a goal for next year. Aim for 200 next year. You know, why not? How are you doing, guys? How are your empties doing? How are you in general? How's everyone getting on out there? We're out of serious lockdown here in Ireland. Even the nightclubs are open now, and I'm just... It's not going to end well. We just can't be trusted to govern ourselves. This is the problem. You know, the government have kind of said, you know what, lads, you're giving out constantly. Fine, look after yourselves. You look after yourselves. And sure, you know, you're adults. You can be trusted to, you know, not infect the whole country. But we can't. We just can't be trusted. And look at, I know the youth. I don't know how I would have fared, because I was out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday night when I was, you know, late teens. So I don't know how I would have coped if I had been in lockdown all that time. And back then especially, but like we had no social media or anything like that. We would have had no way really, apart from a physical phone on the wall, keeping in contact with our mates and that. So I don't know. What's your opinions on this? What do you think? Am I being... See, the problem is I'm immunocompromised, so of course I'm going to be a little bit more angsty about it all and feel kind of hard done by. That's not the right word either. But just, it makes me feel anxious just seeing hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people queuing up outside nightclubs. And I just think, oh God, it's not going to end well. I just can't see how that it can end well. How did I get down this road, lads? I was very happy 5 minutes ago with my 145 empties. This is the problem with me. I shouldn't think. Once I start thinking, I go down a little rabbit hole and it's all doom and gloom and apocalypse. That's the way my mind works, guys. Oh, okay. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all doing okay out there. Please ignore me and my doom and gloom and be happy and well. I wish that for all of you. Hopefully I'll chat to you in the next one, guys. Take care. Bye. Slán.